right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look at your current conditions. We're just after 6:30 here. 50 degrees still in Sioux Falls. That's quite a bit above average for this time of the year. 50 as well in Mitchell. 52 in Huron. And then if we go out in western South Dakota, 50 degrees out in Rapid. 52 in Phillip. It is pretty warm everywhere here. In the 50s across Nebraska. And then into Iowa, 40s and 50s can be found. And then up in Minnesota, 40s are in Minnesota, 48 in the cities, 46 in Marshall. Also, it's clear out there. We don't have any snow or precip going on. It is pretty clear out there. There is a fire weather watch for portions of Nebraska here, to include Valentine, O'Neill, North Platte, Grand Island, in effect here until Friday at 8 p.m. So that is the latest here. So what's next here in this forecast? Well, we'll show you the latest on the model run here in just a moment. Alright, so looking at the latest on the European model, go ahead and run this out for you. This is the current picture. Again, it's clear. We don't have any precip in our area. Go ahead and play this out for tomorrow. Looks like another clear day out there. Not seeing any precip in the forecast. And then once we get towards Friday, same story. We're not seeing any moisture here in this forecast. Then once we get towards Saturday, same story. You know, we're not seeing any precip, no snow, no rain, nothing. And once we get towards Sunday, same story. Now, I will say there could be a little clipper system Sunday night into Monday morning across Iowa, kind of Des Moines area, but that is a slight chance at this point. And then after that, we'll watch to the west. There could be some snow out here in Montana and Wyoming. And then if we continue to play this out, this is early next week. We've been talking about this for a few days now. Looks like a system possibly coming in here early next week, looking at next Tuesday. As you can see on the model here, eastern South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, all impacted here with area of rain. It is interesting. We're not seeing snow at this point. It looks like it's going to be rain. Now on the back side of this, western South Dakota, there could be some snow out here. And then also into western Nebraska, there could be some snow. But in our neck of the woods here, Sioux Falls, Minnesota, Iowa, eastern Nebraska, eastern South Dakota, looks like just rain. That would be next Tuesday. And then that'll clear out on the back side of this, however, towards Tuesday night into Wednesday of next week. There could be some snow on the back side of this. As you can see there, from Sioux Falls up into Minnesota, down into northeast Nebraska. And then by Wednesday afternoon, that system will finally clear out. Could be some lingering showers in Minnesota and Iowa, but so basically, you know, as of what this European model is showing, that it would start off as rain, but then on the back side of the system would be snow. And that's usually how these bigger systems end up. So that is the latest there on what the European model is showing in terms of precip. Now, before we move on here, let's hear a word from our new sponsors at CE Construction.
From roofing to siding, CE Construction is setting the standard across North and South Dakota. Our expert team delivers quality, durability, and trust on every project. CE Construction, Dakotans helping Dakotans with their roofing and siding needs. Call or visit us online.
Alright, so as we take a look here at your temperature forecast here, over the next several days. So we'll go ahead and play this out for you guys for your forecast tomorrow. Another very warm day out there. We got 50s to low 60s across our region. Western South Dakota looks to be the warmest out there. There could be a 64-degree temp out near Rapid City tomorrow. That's going to feel pretty nice. And then 50s across central and eastern South Dakota. 55 in Sioux Falls tomorrow. Looks to be a pretty good bet. We might even eclipse that number by a couple degrees. And then in Nebraska, upper 50s to low 60s is going to be very nice. And then 40s and 50s in Minnesota and Iowa. And then after that, we're going to cool back down a little bit. Friday, I'm not really sold on this. I think we're going to be a lot warmer in Sioux Falls. I think we're going to be at least 55 degrees in the Sioux Falls area. But kind of gives you a picture. There's still going to be that mild air hanging around Minnesota or Iowa, Nebraska, and South Dakota. And then on Saturday, we'll start to cool down a little bit. We'll see 30s, 40s, and 50s across our region. Now, I think these are still a little bit too low. I think we're going to be warmer than 33. Realistically speaking, I think on Saturday we're probably going to be around 45 degrees on Saturday for Sioux Falls. And then on Sunday, might be another warm up here, 40s and 50s again, which is still above normal for this time of the year for temps. And then once we get towards next week, back to the 50s and 60s. Look at this. It's central and western South Dakota into the 60s. That is going to feel really, really nice. 56 for Sioux Falls on Monday. That's March 3rd. And then on Tuesday, 40s and 50s once again in our region. Mid 40s for Sioux Falls. That system comes in on the back side of it. We're going to see cooler temps in the low 30s across western South Dakota. And then, after that, we're going to see a cool down. But it's not going to be like we had before. It is not going to be an Arctic blast or anything like that. It's going to be, 30s and, low 40s. That's going to be the cool down, so to speak. So that is the latest there. Now, if you go a little farther out, we'll see what happens after that. We could warm up again, but that is the latest according to the latest model run that we see here using our Pivotal Weather tool. I'll give you guys the latest there. All right, so wrapping this up here with your 10-day forecasts. Tomorrow, mid-50s for a high on Thursday, and then on Friday, mid-50s as well. And then we'll cool back down for your weekend. And then Sunday, maybe back to near 53. And maybe 60 degrees, question mark, on Monday. Otherwise, 40s and 50s next week for Sioux Falls area. I think we might be a little high on these numbers, but, the models are not in complete agreement yet on some of these temperatures over the next several days. So we'll keep you guys updated as always. Overnight lows will be in the 20s and 30s. For the Aberdeen area, not seeing any moisture in the forecast. 50s, and then on Saturday, drop it down to 38, and then we'll warm back up into the 40s and 50s next week. Overnight lows in the 20s and 30s. For the Pierre area, little to no moisture once again. Now, once we get towards Tuesday, again, there's that chance of rain. But otherwise, 40s, 50s, and 60s for temps. Warmest days will be on Thursday, and then on Sunday, and then on Monday. Overnight lows in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. For the Rapid City area, 63 tomorrow, going to be the warmest day of this forecast. Overnight lows will be in the 20s and 30s, except for Thursday night will be 41 for an overnight low. And then for your weekend, 50s in the forecast, and 30s and 40s next week for the Rapid City area. And not looking at any moisture, although on Tuesday, could very well be a chance. So that is the latest here from T-Storm Chasers. Again, continue to follow us on all of our socials. Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and our YouTube channel. Give you guys the latest up-to-date weather information as we get them. So that is the latest here. We'll have a video coming out tomorrow as well. So stay safe out there. Have a good night.